Hello friends, today's topic is quit my job with no notice. Let's rant.
Okay, here goes absolutely nothing. Hey Brad, I just wanted to let you know that I'm accepting a job offer elsewhere. It pays better and it's remote.
Okay. This really caught me off guard. I thought you mentioned that you were really starting to like the team here.
Yes, I know I said that, but I mean, it's a higher salary and remote work, so I'm just simply not gonna turn that down.
Oh, okay. I mean, if I knew you were going to leave, I would have gotten talent to increase your pay and give you some more work from home days. Did you already sign?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Why didn't you tell me before you signed?
Well, I asked you 4 months ago if I could get a raise and work from home 3 days a week, and you declined that.
Well, if you do have another offer, then I'd have to let you go. Anyways, how much notice are you going to give me?
Today will be my last day, I've decided.
Are you being serious? You're not even gonna give me the full 2 weeks. You know, that's gonna be really tough.
I mean, yeah, I completely hear you, but I mean, in this situation, I just have to put myself first, so.
Yeah, I know that makes sense, but look, you don't want to burn any bridges here, alright? Is there any possibility of giving us a few extra days?
I'm gonna say no. Unfortunately, I cannot do that.
Right, so how did you even find a job that fast? You know, this is an employer's market.
So I just auto applied on Sprout and it personalizes my resume and applies to each job on my behalf. I would really consider treating your employees a little better. I mean, with apps like this, it's gonna turn into an employee market pretty soon.
Okay, look, I treat all of my employees very well. Thank you very much. It looks like you don't really care about this bridge too much. Anywho, I wish you all the best.
Okay, I wish I could say the same.
Not ever quit a job while you're still in the training portion of it, because that's what your girl just did. Okay, and if you know me, I'm not gonna just quit a job, or I guess not quit. I'm not gonna give them the 2 weeks, because again, they could fire me and that be that. You know, they wouldn't give me enough time to look for another job. And some of y'all might be like, what the heck, you're not a personal trainer no more? No, y'all, I still train people. That's the job I'm gonna stick with. But I just feel like I need another income. Money is just on my mind. So I got this job at freaking Home Depot. Told the lady about my schedule. Told her how I freaking work another job. And she basically is just not accommodating for it. She was like, oh, well, for training, it has to be like this. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So I just, thankfully the job I work at, my training job, I can just move people around. So fast forward to looking at my schedule for the following weeks or whatever. I'm seeing that it's just not realistic the way she has my schedule set up, and me having to continuously move my clients around. It's just not, it doesn't make sense. So basically, long story short, I went into her office one day and told her hey, what's the deal with my schedule? I can't do this. I told you I have another job. Mind you, I literally watched her change this one boy's schedule. Now, he wasn't the boy that's training. I don't know how long he been there, but he had told her hey, I have school activities after school, so I can't come this day. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, I'm gonna switch it. Just like that. Now, again, he could have been working there forever, so it may be that simple. But for me, she was just making it seem like it wasn't freaking possible. And I was telling my man today, I'm like, okay, well, I could have just went back up there today to my, because I had a shift today, and then had another conversation with her, but she wanted to catch an attitude with me. Mind y'all, she had ended up bringing another lady in the room, and y'all know, if you know me, baby, I'm known for I won't even say I'm known for my attitude, but I can get an attitude, okay? But I literally didn't have one. I literally kept it so freaking professional. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it professional. Then she finna look stupid having this attitude with me. And instead of all that, I literally overslept and couldn't make it back in. Because again, I was gonna talk to her another day today, because the conversation that we had just led to me being like, yeah, okay, and walking out the room, because we didn't come to any type of conclusion. She wasn't trying to change my schedule, and I'm not quitting my personal training job for that. And it's only part-time at that, so I'm just make it make sense. So again, I freaking overslept today, so I just took it as a sign just to not show up, not putting the 2 weeks in, because I don't do that. I'm just not showing up. Y'all weren't paying me enough anyways to be up there. I was still in the training phases, had 2 more weeks of freaking training. And so no, I literally just quit. I'm not showing up, and they're going to call me in a few days, because she said, if you don't show up to work within a certain amount of days, they're going to call you to basically check on you to see what's going on. I'm not answering. I'm going to block the call, because, baby, I'm not telling y'all I quit. Y'all get the picture. And again, it's crazy because I literally was only working a week, y'all. I don't even think I finished a full week up there before just talking to her about my schedule and her being like that. So, But I will be applying for something else, probably some online job, more so in the afternoon, to where I can keep the job I have now. Well, I'm going to keep my training job, and then I still just want to have something, you feel me, on the side. So stay tuned. I'll let y'all know how that goes. But yeah, I'm really supposed to be at work today. My shift was freaking from 6 to 1:30. It was my first day on the floor yesterday, meaning like my first day actually seeing what I was gonna be doing, because I was in lumber. Yeah, side note, they pissed me off because why yesterday, again, it was my first day on the floor, so I didn't know what I was doing. I had like a coach guy who was basically like teaching me what was gonna be going on, and he left for a second and was like, just stay right here, I'm gonna come right back. And I guess this one lady that was supposed to be my coach, she was out all week, so I had him. And she came back a day early, which was yesterday on Friday. She walking through the aisles and stuff and was talking to like one of my other coworkers. And then while I was literally about to take my break and clock out, my coach that was training me yesterday came up to me and was like, hey, make sure when you're on the floor, you're always busy, always doing stuff, because her name is, maybe I shouldn't say her name. We'll say her name is Rebecca, which is very far from it. But he said, Rebecca came up to me saying that you were just standing on the floor talking to one of the other coworkers. I'm like, that was when you left and told me to stay put where I was at. He was like, oh, well, yeah, that's just what she had told me. I'm like, okay, mind you, he old, so he probably forgot, but it's just like, bitch, you've been gone all week. This is your first time ever seeing me. Instead of coming up to me, introducing yourself, saying, hey, are you supposed to be doing anything? Like, who's training you? Like, blah, blah, blah. You just go and talk shit back to time. Oh, she wasn't doing anything on the floor. Baby, because I didn't know what I was supposed to freaking do, because I'm waiting on old dude to come back and tell me what to do. Like, I don't know. I just took it as a sign from the Lord. Like, I just feel like he didn't even have to tell me that, bro. Like, I don't like that. Like, you don't even know me, bro. Is that an L? My bad, I just got sidetracked. I think that's like some like fake thing. I don't know. Sorry, this is literally like 5 minutes, but I don't know, bro. It's just more of the story. Like, just I don't understand why it has to be like that, bro. So yeah, that's a quick little story time of how I literally just quit my job after not even working there a week, and I'm just not gonna be showing up. I didn't put nothing in the app today. I'm finna delete the app.
Hey y'all, it's officially been 1 week since I decided to quit my job, be a stay-at-home mom, and do content creation after being at my job less than 90 days. The benefits ain't even kicked in. There's no health, dental, or vision, but we decided to quit them over. So, let me tell y'all how we even got there. Okay, what the last thing was that made me just be like, yeah, I'm not going back. It's a lot of little crazy stuff that happened within those 90 days of me being there. And if y'all want more, y'all, I'm telling y'all, there's story time after story time after story time. Ask for more in the comments, all right? So, the last thing that made me like, yeah, working for somebody ain't really for me. Like, working already ain't for me, but working for somebody else ain't for me. I don't like the fact that I gotta ask for permission to do stuff. So, you know, I might wake up today and feel like I don't want to go to work, or I need a mental health day. But let me tell y'all about this policy. So, my manager talking about, yeah, I'm telling her I want to use my PTO at the end of June. She talking about, oh, it's too late because you got to put your PTO in 45 days in advance. 45 days. 45 days. I don't even know what I'm doing 45 days from now. And it's my time. Why do I got to ask you to use my time? In 45 days? I got to put it in 45 days in advance? You see, no. So, my next shift, I just didn't show up to them. Effective immediately, I'm not coming back.
The first time I did this was in 2015. And I remember I was miserable at this. It was a terrible job. And I was miserable. I was there for like a year and a half. And the last straw, I think, for me was that my supervisor blamed me for something. And I got berated for it. And then when I got back into the office, into where we were working, my boss was like, acknowledge that I got berated for something that I didn't do. And kind of he gave me the thing was like, thanks for taking one for the team. And that was a Wednesday or a Tuesday. The next day I put in my resignation. Like I typed it up and I was just like, today's my last day. And then he went off to talk to the president of the company. It was a really small company. And he was like, can you stay until the end of the week? I was like, actually, I'm not staying past lunch. It was like 11:30. But I don't think what people, people definitely understand this. But something that was really important for me to understand is by staying at a company that I was miserable for longer, I couldn't even interview because I wasn't interviewing well. I was depressed. about the job. I was like traumatized. I was desperate to leave, and you could hear it in my voice. Like, you know, I just sounded like I was always on edge. Who was gonna hire me? I looked frantic, like in my, you know, because you're just beat so mentally from this terrible job. And I kid you not. So I left that job in June. At that time, it was 2015. So I was living with my family. And I managed to get a job in the next like 2 months. And it was a job that I was at for the next 5 years. Like, the job, a toxic job, is holding so much real estate in your mind, in your emotions, in your energy. You simply cannot give that to anywhere else. So that's why I always tell people, like, you'd be surprised at how much clearer and faster and efficient that you'll move in the job search process when you're not like being drained by a job. Now, I know it's hard being unemployed, so it is a clock, you know, like even if you have your savings, it's just not going to be forever. You need to figure out income because we live in America. Well, wherever you live, you need to figure out income. But I really just think that, like, if you can give yourself 100% of the energy to yourself as opposed to giving it to this job that sucks and like all these other things, it's so much more beneficial. And the next time I did that was in 2020 during a pandemic. Hardest shit I ever did, but I do it again.
I'll never forget the time I was dropping lore at one of my jobs, and I'm letting them know, like, yeah, I was on Curious George, and this nigga had the bright idea to be like, what was you, the monkey?
I hope these people have a plan. What do you think about this video? Comment down below, and thank you for watching.